Greetings, good morning,
What's
lovely
happening?
people.
What's going on?
Good morning,
We're
y'all.
reporting from you live from Los Angeles, California. This is the Art Beauty Equilibrium podcast.
Yes,
you guys
it
already
is.
know that. Live from California, episode 39. We're going to jump right into it.
That's right.
What do we have coming up for
Politics
today?
and love. Couples in relationships, partnerships, whatever, with different political views. Especially in this climate right now. You know what time it is. It's almost November. Next Tuesday, it's that time to vote again. Very important election coming up. Also, we have materialism, Birkin Bags and whatnot. What's going on with that? Current events, some things that's happening, and special announcements. I'm going to just say it because I'm excited. It's giveaway time.
Oh,
Good morning, everybody.
What up, Dodger Nation?
Yes.
Yeah.
First off,
Dodgers.
big ups to the Dodgers.
Yeah,
Honorable mention.
yeah.
We got
We about to get one,
more win.
Uno
Exactly.
mas.
Come on.
and it's over.
Man.
It was over the other night, but it's really over now.
Hey, man, I'm going to say, I did not know there was a game on Saturday. I did not.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
A lot of
They
people
snuck
missed
one
out.
by us.
I said, wait a minute, we lost. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
hell
on some
no.
nonsense too.
Yeah, it's cool. It happens.
So let's jump right into this, right?
Okay, so politics and relationships.
Politics and
Ooh.
relationships.
Who? Yeah.
I would have to say that causes a problem.
Is it a deal breaker, though?
I think so.
At a particular time, it was for me. I know I was dating a young lady, around the first, when Trump first got in, and I wasn't too happy that he got in, and she, had a few choice words. I'm heavily supporting Trump. I was like,
See.
well, hey, guess what?
Yeah, that sounds like almost
Rap.
like with religion, almost same kind of dynamic. Sometimes politics can be extreme. So
Right.
I would say yes, that's a deal breaker in my opinion.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be.
it shouldn't be.
I don't
You
think
know
it
what?
should.
A lot of people, keep in mind, this year more particular than ever because we were already in quarantine. So the divorce rates and the breakup rates were already high because of quarantine.
High.
So
Right.
now, on top of quarantine, and with this particular election, I mean, people hate the opposing candidates. Like if you for
Right.
that guy, you hate the other guy, and vice versa. So I
Some
think this
couples
is
are
a
like-
little more, it's a little more irritating.
Right. Right.
Some couples are like, just give me one reason. We've been,
Yeah, that's
know,
crazy,
in
man.
the house
'Cause
too long.
I'm just saying, how you let something like that divide your household, though? I mean, I get
mean-
it. I understand how it can happen, but it's disappointing.
shouldn't. It shouldn't.
Like
It shouldn't.
It
you
can be
don't
very
even know them.
serious, though.
You don't even know them.
Hey, if Boston fans can marry Laker fans, then this shouldn't be
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
too. But Damon said, "Hell no."
Yeah, see, no, but
Hey,
No,
but
I
look.
said no.
Oh, that's Jason. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Damon, hell no.
I'm replying to Damon. He said,
Oh,
am I
God.
going to throw the Angels any bones like I did the Clippers? And I'm trying to tell him, homie, I'm not throwing no more bones to anybody. It is what it is for the rest, for the remainder of the period.
yeah, but see, that's unfortunate. That's why I choose not to get involved with all that, man. Once they get the divide in the home, and when it come to religion,
They say stick
politics,
to the facts. That's it. Stick to the
just
facts.
stick to the facts, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who said that?
Like we had a
I thought somebody said it in the comments.
so look, we had a situation in the shop because we are barbers and stylists. Just to remind everybody,
Yeah.
that's what we
Yeah.
do for a living.
Yeah.
And in the shop this week, we had a situation where we had a argument get pretty heated behind.
I wouldn't call it an argument. It was
Which
just,
one? A little
It was
debate?
it was
It
an
was-
intense discussion.
it
I'm not
was-
gonna
oh,
go
yeah.
I'm not gonna go into
discussion got a little-
details,
it
but
got a little intense.
But
Yeah.
somebody, it's not always necessarily like one person's a Republican, one person's a Democrat. In this particular argument in the shop, one man just said, "I don't want to vote." You know what I mean? And that turned into something.
It did turn. It get a little spicy in here,
right?
You know?
Yeah, and sometimes it might be that you have a spouse that just feels like, you know what, this whole system is built on wickedness, and this is all
right.
You know, I don't believe in any of it, so I'm not going to vote. And sometimes that can cause a rift because a lot of people feel like if you don't vote,
you're part of the problem.
And align yourself with their political views, then you're part of the problem. Like you're part of the opposite team. So
right.
It comes down to like, can you be with somebody that has like a fundamental difference in just political views and how things should be ran?
I can, because I personally believe that it's about, if you in your heart of hearts believe you doing what's right by you and for your own peace of mind, then I can't do nothing about that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's still in your heart is what's making you feel like you doing the right thing. So if I choose that, if I feel like I got to stand by the government, this government, and vote for it and do this and do that, then you ought to respect my views on that too, and not have a problem with me when I run down here and put my vote in.
I think that's the key word, respect.
Respect. But if you're the type of person
Facts.
who may have grown up maybe more religiously, for example, you know what I'm saying, and you may not believe in voting and all of that, then you're supposed to respect that too. And that's just it. It shouldn't be that deep.
A lot of people do believe that voting is a right because of, you know, the efforts and hard work and also sacrifice of, you know, historically that people have gone through to not have that right before, especially for black people. So, I should say minorities or whatever. It was very hard in the past, and people actually fought for their right. I mean, as far as like women are concerned, we had also issue with that, you know.
So
what? I think it's something that's very, it can be very, really like negative to some people if you don't basically take up that right that you have, you know.
I want to know something though. In the history of all the elections, have we ever heard this many people complain about not voting though? It's a lot of people saying they're not going to vote for either or.
I think I've heard it.
Can I interject right quick, you guys? My bad. I got a DM on or quote from IG.
Let's hear it.
And it says pretty much, you know, she's saying like, you know, if you don't vote or don't vote, you know, that's your business, you know, but at least vote on, you know, local, you know, the local votes, you know, which pertains to our community. So that'll be more important than, you know, voting for a Trump or a Biden.
Right. You mentioned that before too. Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I feel you.
I kind of feel that too.
Yeah.
Y'all kind of got me over with some of that last week. I was
and
like,
I think
you know what,
that's the disconnect, because some people vote in big elections and then they don't vote when it comes to doing things locally. You know what I mean?
So
that directly affect you.
Yeah, those direct quotes. I mean, those local votes. You know, at least, you know, like I said, you can at least do that. You know,
right? Well, just that's some new drip. Is that some drip?
Oh man, yeah.
He tried to slide that. He tried to slide out that 5G iPhone.
We got two new drips in here.
So you got the mark of the beast.
That's a
We got
distraction.
two new drips in here, y'all. We got Lynden with the new hair drip.
Hey, hold
and
on.
then G got a new phone.
Tell her,
we dripping in here.
Look,
we the drippiest.
He got this mark of the beast phone over here. Didn't try to tell nobody.
See how easily we get distracted.
You damn right.
Yeah. It's glowing.
Materialism.
It's glowing.
Nice. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
Nice.
Yeah. I was supposed to get mine yesterday, but
nobody was gonna know the difference between that and that big old faded black box that nigga had last time. Whatever hair follicle all through that. Oh, it's so greasy from oil sheen and all kinds of shit.
God damn,
he needed a new phone.
Man.
Damn, Lynden has some personal issues on your last
That phone looked
bro.
totally different when it came out. That ain't gotta do something.
And that leads us into our next topic, materialism. We have the Birkin bag thing going on or whatever. Like, what's going on with that?
See, I didn't catch the first part, so
I didn't even see that.
It was a sweetie.
Sweetie, that
Right.
girl rapper.
Right.
You know,
That girl
I
rapper.
think I'm getting old. 'cause I
Woman
don't know
rapper. The woman rapper.
She's a woman.
She's a grown woman.
The girl
Hey,
rapper.
I'm glad we cleared that up because
She's a woman.
Hey,
Right,
at
right.
this, hey,
She did over that one song. You ever remember that one song? All my ladies pop that it like this. You know, by Kia.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah.
redid that song over. That's that.
Oh,
that's
okay.
that girl. Well, she rapped over it or something. I don't
Okay,
know. I'm
that's
trying to help
cool.
you out. I'm trying to help you out.
All right, thanks. So,
Yeah.
so she said what?
That if your man can't buy you an expensive
A
bag,
Birkin bag,
Birkin bag.
and pay your bills, that you may want to throw them back in the ocean.
Well, damn, I guess I'm getting thrown back in the ocean.
nigga,
Throw
can
him
you
back
swim?
to the streets.
Wow.
And
What she
back
said.
pedal.
I mean, what if
Yeah.
he can take care of you? You know, like comfort you.
it's created an actual Twitter.
Look, this
Twitter
is
war.
just another way to just keep distracting us.
Do bags and purses equate support? That
That's
was
the
my
thing.
question.
To
I
some
think-
people,
I think
do
they
bags
do.
and
To some
purses
people.
equate support?
I think
Yeah.
it does. I think it depends on your lifestyle. When
Yeah.
you rolling like that, gifts. Some people express they love by means of gifts. So, when you
just
got
because
those,
you
I mean,
you
can,
understand
just because
that's
you
a-
can do it. That's
might
what
do
you're
it.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a love language, gift giving.
Yeah. So what
But
she could be really
a
saying.
Birkin bag. You
But-
know how much them things
But
cost?
she talking in her language. But what that could mean for regular folks down here is if your
Yo,
man
who
don't
is-
buy you nothing.
it says Linda looks like, oh hell no, back on.
There it go. I told you. Hey, I knew the jokes were coming.
Oh my god.
So Shonda said, no, it does not.
And Angela says no.
And
Right.
Angela also said no.
Right.
So
What?
I think that it does not. The question you asked about does a bag
Right.
represent support?
Right.
Right.
My thing is, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to say I don't think anything materialistic that doesn't. I mean, we need food, shelter, clothing, right?
Right.
That's what we need.
So
Right.
anything
You know,
outside of that is extra, and then that's all based on our perception of reality.
Right.
A bag, any designer clothing, any vehicle with these different logos, that's value that we put on it. That's not any real value.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something that we
Right.
add to it. Now, there's
Right.
nothing wrong
Facts.
with having nice things. You know what I'm saying? But what if you have somebody that's going to invest in your business or
Exactly.
pay off those student loans? You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like that,
Exactly.
would you rather have a Birkin?
Or
Some people would rather have the Birkin.
Or have your credit and everything getting cleared up because you taking care of the important things. I think it's just I don't think it equates to support, but I do think it's an expression of love.
It depends on the
is
couple.
it? I mean,
well, I think a gift
I
can
don't-
be an expression.
Yeah.
of
I
love,
mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I
my
can see
thing
that.
is, I'm always big on reciprocity, right? So, if I can give you a Birkin bag, what the hell am I gonna get in return? A house?
Right.
A Civic? What? What
Right.
you going?
A civic.
What are you going?
Exactly.
What am I getting in return? Like,
Right.
I'm in.
Like, let's put this in perspective because everybody's Birkin bag figuratively will not be a Birkin bag. Because how much do those things cost? I'm
But
a
that's
little
the
lost.
issue.
Yeah.
That's the issue because see,
$10,000.
10 to
we're talking
20,000.
about like
Okay.
people who can buy them.
That's just the tip of the
And
iceberg.
unfortunately, you have people who basically ain't about that life. Who
Right.
now the expectation is okay. Give me this bag. It represents something.
But the thing that's
you
funny
know,
is that there's a lot of people
Is
who
that
don't even
pressure?
think along those lines, who can afford those bags in their sleeps
I
and
like
just
what Angela
refuse
said.
to do it.
right.
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
I mean, Angelica,
So,
my
no.
bad. I like what Angelica said.
It's
She
like,
said,
no,
no Birkin
Birkin
bag.
bag.
I'd rather have time.
So
Right.
Shout out to Angelica. There you go.
There you go.
She
Right.
want that quality time.
Time is a precious commodity
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
have a limited amount of.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I
So-
got a text
I
that
like,
says all that does is hide fake love. That's what I got on IG. I feel you, billionaire boss.
I mean, and I don't want to like you said earlier. It can be a representation of pain, like especially if you know that that's what somebody wanted and it's within your budget and
Within
it's a
your
nice
budget.
gesture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the argument was initially. You want to
Right.
find somebody that if that's what you require, then you want somebody that.
But what
that
about
can
what
bring
if he
that to
can
you.
and he just don't want to? Like, what if he like that's stupid? I'm not spending 15 grand on no purse.
Then-
And the man could be rolling.
Yeah.
What's up? What then? What?
Hey, you know what?
That's why I like that comment by Nurse JT. They said put that same energy in black designer handbags. Our man's gonna be straight with
Yes, because it's this. Oh man, what is that dude's name? He got some cool. Not to say I'm into purses or nothing, but my client showed me these purses and they sell out every as soon as he put them on. Right. You know, for sale, they sell out, and it's a black dude, and they pretty decent bags. You know, so yeah, put that energy to black designer. You know, it ain't got to be Birkin. Birkin don't even want most of us carrying their purse.
Exactly. That's what I was about to. I'm glad you brought that up because that was a footnote that came out. So
tell them.
So Jason. Twitter went to the argument of how many of y'all ladies can buy this for yourselves, and that went all in that direction.
Exactly.
With that, and then it turned into people were clapping back saying we don't even want to see Birkin get devalued, and that was a whole nother argument where some of these companies don't support minorities at all.
Right.
Can I interject?
Go ahead.
What you just said. One, I feel the same way. If a woman can't buy the bag herself, I'm not gonna buy it for you.
Right.
If you can't afford it, shit, you don't need it.
Yeah. Facts. Because that's when it starts to seem real. You trying to come up on me. You trying to have me trick all my bread on you.
And then just like how back in the day, Tommy Hilfiger said he didn't want black people wearing his clothes. Right.
Exactly.
Cristal said they didn't want So y'all gotta
So listen, there's been a theory for a while how companies respond to this type of attention. They usually will come out and do something subliminally racist to get back that core audience, to separate themselves from this type of attention.
Exactly.
Because you have a lot of women, like you said, how much do these purses cost?
Too much.
Too much. Right. Let's say 15,000, 20,000.
Right.
I have no idea, right? But if that's the case, and now you're being associated with Sweetie and Cardi B in this argument, sometimes they'll come out and do something to separate themselves, to lock in and solidify their real core market.
And no judgment, but given that question, how many people will still go out and still wear and support the brand after they actually do that?
They do it all the time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, do it all the time.
And that's like last week's episode when we talked about, let's cancel Ice Cube. This is kind of tied in because if it's true that these companies are saying, look, y'all starting to kind of bring down our value by being mentioned in association with you, we're going to separate ourselves, then it's like, what does that say about, should you even be rocking with them?
Right.
That's like you embarrassing me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And everybody, I get it. Everybody wants to be the cool kid. Everybody wants to, have something that the next person wants and looks at. But at a certain point, you do have to ask yourself, man, what is this really doing?
It's inspiring people to live above their means. That's what it's doing.
Keeping up with the Joneses.
We just climbing up this ladder. Climbing up this ladder to be broke.
The Joneses is broke.
Hey.
And imagine if, how many times have you had value in something and as you mature, you look back and say, man, you know what? I done wasted a lot of time in this. I done wasted a lot of resources, money.
Yeah, on some nonsense.
Sometimes it's not even, it comes down to how valuable is your time. Because money is a representation of time.
Time is the most important thing to a human being.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially.
It ain't money, it's time.
It's time. You don't get it back.
You can always get money.
You need time. That's why I'm very punctual with it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get that back.
You are very punctual. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I don't be playing with time.
You are very punctual.
Yeah. So you can imagine, what about the woman who, let's say you do have this closet full of Birkin bags? Because now it was an argument about how many, I've seen some women going back and forth about, I got this many Birkins. Some of y'all just got one.
Oh, that's what it's turning. See,
who's having
man,
this
you gotta look.
Them women,
I was
white
going,
no.
But look, it's like, think about that money. And
you might as well pull up your man's bank account receipt and tell your girl to pull up your man's bank account receipt and go, big bank take little bank.
So
come on, man. That's
so it comes down to now there is on the opposite end of the spectrum, just to be the advocate, right? There is a point where you do material, money is important. Right. Because you do need money to do something.
You need some money to do something.
Right.
If you can,
but
you can.
We're talking about excess.
This is super
clearly
excess.
Right. This is super.
Excess.
This is
more than cheese on your Whopper.
This is not even like, okay, how even when you talk about taste and high quality, is one thing, but budget, is it within your means? That's what this comes down to.
Exactly.
And you're looking at celebrities, you're looking at rappers and actors and people who have millions of dollars. So to them, that's nothing.
Yeah,
that's like them
exactly.
going to Didi's and getting a bag. You know what I'm saying? So to compare your life to them.
But when you do things like that, do you have to talk about it? Do you have to display the bag or talk? Because most times, why buy something if you're just going to basically put it on display? That's the culture.
That's what
Because it's a showy display of a person's life.
Right.
One more time. It's
Showy
a showy
display of one man's of life.
materialism.
Yeah. So you had to show it. You're not spending that much money to not show it off.
Right.
Exactly.
Your typical person is going to show it off. The average person will show it off.
Men, do you feel pressured? Do you feel pressured
Watch this. I already
to
know where this is
buy
going.
expensive gifts?
Hell no.
Do you feel?
No.
Does that make you feel like you need to save up for that bag for your partner, significant other,
No.
wife, whatever?
No.
I'm not saying we shouldn't buy something like that if you want to,
Right.
I could very well want to give my woman something like that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? When I
Right.
get it like that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not about to feel no type of pressure and be stressing about no shit like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Way before that's even my problem. That ain't even my lane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga, what? 20,000? You can invest that into so many other things in like.
Okay, we
I
got a
put
response.
like this. I'm not gonna treat myself that great, so I'm not gonna. I damn sure gonna treat nobody else better than me.
Right.
So we got Brandon said no pressure at all.
Right.
We got,
Nurse JT said,
hell
no,
Right.
No.
twice." He said it twice.
He said it 2 times.
Larry said hell
Larry
no.
said no
So
way.
so that pressure then now, that pressure is just what you said. It's just about I got more money than you. That's it.
I mean, and just like that.
And we all know that is a lie because then you got knockoff bags. You got women that
Oh my
wanna,
God, yeah.
Right.
And they knocking them off.
Right.
And that puts-
Chad
Got a call.
Ochocinco just came out and said that all his
Hello, caller,
jewelry
you there?
there, cubic zirconian.
Caller, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. What's going
What
on?
do you have to say? You getting that Birkin?
I was going. Hey, good morning. First of all, let me say that.
Good morning.
Two, I kind of missed the first part of it, but I heard y'all talking about like, man, do you feel pressured into buying expensive things, for your girl or whatever, or for your guy, whatever.
Right.
I think at the end of the day, you got to define expensive. I mean, like, are you saying like buy things outside of your means? Because some people they might make $40,000 a year, and what's expensive to them is different from somebody who makes 6 figures.
That's what
And
we're
like
talking
you
about.
said,
Exactly.
that might not be nothing to them.
Right.
Exactly.
So, I think at the end of the day, I don't think anybody should be trying to buy anything outside their means because you could be a millionaire and still trying to buy something that a billionaire could afford. So,
That's a good point.
I mean,
That
as
is
long
a
as you're
good
buying
point.
stuff within your budget,
Well, I'll tell you,
if you buying it within your budget, you're good.
a funny thing is though, is that think about like that one example where a man can buy you a $20,000 bag and have $200,000 in the bank.
Right.
Your boyfriend might only be able to buy you like $100 pair of Jordans, and all he had was $175 in his bank.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me?
I feel you.
How much you- it's about- I think that's more foolish though. A man with $200,000, he can afford. He can afford a 20 rack bag. If you already got $175, why would you spend $100 on shoes? I think that's
No, you
foolish
shouldn't.
decision.
That's stupid. But the point is,
Hey, by the way, we didn't catch your names.
Yeah. What's your name, boss?
It's Lyle. It's Lyle.
what's up,
what's up,
I know who that is.
What's up, Lyle?
That's my boy.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thank you
Thanks,
for
man.
calling in
Appreciate it.
for
Thanks,
that
Lyle.
great point. Appreciate that. You have a good
Thanks
day.
for that.
All right,
Yep.
y'all have a good day, man.
All
right.
right, you too. I mean, Lynden, you did bring a book, that
Remember
a
that
good
meme
point.
a long time? Yeah.
I feel though, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm not gonna spend my last on nobody.
Right. But Lau was right because it is relative to basically
Yeah, what-
your
it
own
is,
finances. You
So
know
I
what
guess
mean?
it's the real question.
But even-
if a man, go ahead.
I was gonna say just real quick. Even in that illustration he gave, you think about it. 10% of your net worth as a gift is that's crazy too. Both illustrations were crazy. Like in one illustration, you you damn near gave all you had,
Right.
on a shoe,
Yeah.
right,
Right.
And in the other illustration, you give it 10% on a bag
Because you
know
can
what I mean?
afford it. It's like,
Right.
That's not gonna get you nothing back. That's not gonna feed your kids. That's not gonna create any wealth.
facts.
That's not gonna create anything for you.
Both lanes.
Facts.
So at the end of the day, we talking about just something that we gonna show off. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. It's showy display.
Showy display.
Of one's wealth.
Yep, that's all it is.
Oh, Damon said the caller is saying there is levels to tricking.
It is.
That's
It
facts
is.
though.
That is.
That's
You know,
facts.
hey.
That's facts.
I put it like this: as long as the gift that you give is given with your heart and your love, that's the most important.
That's all
thing.
that matters.
I mean,
I
I can
don't
give you
tell
this.
people to stay in their lane. Let them buy what they want.
Certain gifts serve a strong
Maybe
purpose.
they can live in
you
that
know?
purse.
I believe in gifts. It's
If
not
need
about
be.
the price.
What that Rick Ross song say? It's an F for me. You know I got it. If you got it,
Hey,
if you got it, you got it. I
I
think
just landed in
now
Rome.
you know. Okay.
All hell Caesar's home, Nick.
yeah,
That's the song, nigga.
yeah. So I mean, that to me is that simple.
Right.
If you got it, you got it. But don't feel pressured looking at other people, these celebrities, these people that have fame, and trying to copy what they do. That's the
Right.
main point. Live your life. Make sure that you're happy with your significant other, and don't feel no pressure to keep up with these Joneses. That's the bottom line.
Facts.
Right.
So before we get out of here, we got to talk about any trending topics. I wanted to. Did y'all see the Mike Tyson Boosie interview?
Oh man,
man.
he went in.
Hey man,
Oh my,
I did
that
not
was a
s-
very uncomfortable.
Mike Tyson.
What happened?
He just keep hitting cats with the full court press, man. Like,
Mike Tyson's intimidating, bro.
Very intimidating.
Didn't he just intimidate somebody?
man, everybody that go on his show is.
I don't
Did he, who was he talking to? And he's like, you don't know what I've been through. How you gonna say
How
you know what
you
I've been
not, though? You
Hey,
talking
was
Mike
TJ
Tyson is
Kirkland.
intimidating. He pretty much told Lil Boosie like, homie, you spitting off all this stuff, you might be gay.
So
Like,
look,
damn,
look. Let's
but
put
in
it
a very intimidating way. It's like, dude, like,
He told
come
him
on.
that?
Let's put it in context. Let's put it in context, right? So, do you remember the comments? For those who don't know, Little Boosie spoke out about Dwayne Wade's son,
Yeah.
who is a transgender daughter right now.
I remember that.
Little Boosie was like, "Please don't cut his thing off, man," like all that, right?
Hey,
So,
that's not funny. I'm sorry.
No,
That's
but-
not
but
funny. That's
Mike
not funny.
Tyson-
Don't cut a thing off.
so now
It's
you're
how he
sitting
said it was
across.
funny.
You sitting across from Mike Tyson. He was like, "Why do you say rude things like that?"
Mind you know he can knock
And
you
he's
out.
smoking, and then he's like, "I think you might be homosexual. That's why you're talking about homosexuals. Are you trying to distance yourself from homosexuals?" And Little Boosie's like, "No, man." Like, but it's like you can't do nothing.
Because if it wasn't Mike Tyson, you'd be like, so what
Yeah.
you trying to say?
Yeah, you
trying
can't-
to call me?
hey,
but
all-
it's Mike Tyson. Nah, man, ain't
hey.
even like that.
All that
Right.
air is out your balloon. You know what I mean? It's that's not
different
even
energy.
It's see when you sitting before Iron Mike Tyson, you've been playing his video games, you've been
Yeah, man.
Iron Mike.
You like see what happened was
and that's the energy that everybody keeps going. But
stay tuned. We have some giveaways in November, so
Oh,
we
yes.
have some special things coming
next
up.
week,
Yes.
we'll
We'll
be
announce it.
announcing giveaways for all of our products, some of our shirts, hats, brushes.
Yep.
Just stay tuned. We'll be getting into that next week. Thank you.
Hey, man, we thank you so much for tuning in with us.
Thank you, y'all. Appreciate
Don't
you.
forget to like, subscribe, share. We on everything, y'all. YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, Anchor,
Love y'all.
Apple, Google, Twitch. We on all of it, man.
Tell somebody to tell somebody.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
See y'all later.